SWOT analysis has got to be one of the most popular yet powerful tools in the strategic planning process. But there's another tool that can be even more effective when combined with SWOT, and it's called PESTLE. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. In this video, I am going to start by explaining the two analyses individually so that you understand the benefits of each. Then, I will explain how they can be used together to drive your business forward. And finally, I will share some real-world examples so that you can see how other companies have used SWOT and PESTLE analysis to gain a competitive advantage. So if you are ready to take your strategic planning to the next level, then make sure to watch this video till the end. Let's get started. SWOT analysis stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It is a framework that helps businesses identify and analyze these four key factors that affect their performance and their ability to compete in the market. The idea behind SWOT analysis is that by understanding these four factors, businesses can develop strategies that help them to maximize their strengths, minimize their weaknesses, capitalize on opportunities, and mitigate threats. Strengths and weaknesses are internal factors that can be controlled by the business, while opportunities and threats are external factors that the business cannot control but should be aware of nonetheless. By analyzing these factors, businesses can develop a clear understanding of their current situation and where they need to focus their efforts in order to improve. For example, a business might identify one of its strengths as being its strong brand reputation. This could lead to a strategy that focuses on maintaining and building on this reputation by continuing to produce high-quality products and engaging in marketing activities that highlight the brand as positive attributes. Similarly, a business might identify one of its weaknesses as being a lack of expertise in a particular area such as digital marketing. In this case, the business could develop a strategy to address this weakness by investing in training for its employees or by hiring external consultants to help build up its capabilities in this area. Now let's take a look at the external factors, opportunities, and threats. An opportunity might be a trend in the market that the business can capitalize on, such as an increasing demand for sustainable products. A threat, on the other hand, might be a negative development that could negatively impact the business, such as increasing competition in the market. Let me now give you an example of a company that has successfully used SWOT analysis to develop its strategy. Apple is a great example of a company that has effectively used SWOT analysis to develop its strategy. One of Apple's core strengths is its strong brand identity and customer loyalty. This has enabled the company to charge premium prices for its products and maintain a high level of sales even during economic downturns. Apple has also been able to leverage its brand identity to successfully expand into new product categories such as services and software. Another strength of Apple is its robust supply chain management system. This has allowed the company to produce and distribute its products efficiently, reducing lead times and ensuring that its products are available to customers when they want them. This strength has also enabled Apple to maintain a high level of quality control and to offer competitive prices for its products. One of the opportunities that Apple has been able to capitalize on is the growing popularity of mobile devices. The company was early to recognize the potential of smartphones and tablets, and it quickly developed products that met the needs of this growing market. As a result, Apple has been able to maintain its position as a market leader in the smartphone and tablet industries. While Apple has several strengths and opportunities, the company also faces several threats and weaknesses. One of the main threats that Apple faces is the increasing competition in the tech industry. The company operates in a highly competitive market and it constantly has to innovate in order to stay ahead of its rivals. Another threat is the dependence on suppliers for key components such as processors and displays. This dependence can make Apple vulnerable to supply chain disruptions and price increases from its suppliers. Now let's talk about a weakness of Apple. One of Apple's weaknesses is its limited presence in emerging markets. The company's products are often priced at a premium, and this can make them less accessible to consumers in developing countries. This weakness has limited Apple's growth potential, and it has also made the company vulnerable to economic downturns in developed markets. Despite these weaknesses and threats, Apple has been able to use SWOT analysis to develop strategies that have helped the company to succeed. For example, the company's decision to expand into services and software has helped it to diversify its revenue streams and to reduce its dependence on hardware sales. Additionally, Apple's focus on innovation has helped it to stay ahead of the competition and to maintain its position as a market leader. Overall, Apple's effective use of SWOT analysis demonstrates how businesses can leverage their strengths, capitalize on opportunities, minimize weaknesses, and mitigate threats in order to achieve success. Now that you have a good grasp on SWOT analysis, let's move on to the second part of this video, which is all about PESTLE analysis. So without further ado, let's get started. PESTLE analysis stands for political, economic, social, technological, legal and environmental factors. It is a framework that helps businesses analyze the macro-environmental factors that may affect their current and future performance. PESTLE analysis is a powerful tool for businesses to gain a deeper understanding of the broader economic, political, and social landscape and to identify potential opportunities and threats that may arise from these factors. By considering the political, economic, social, technological, legal and environmental factors that may affect their business, organizations can develop strategies to mitigate risks and capitalize on opportunities. Let's take a closer look at each of these factors. Political factors refer to the influence of government policies, regulations, and laws on a business. For example, changes in government policies can create new opportunities or pose challenges to a business. Economic factors include the state of the economy, inflation rates, interest rates, and unemployment levels. Social factors involve changes in demographics, consumer behavior, and lifestyle trends. Technological factors refer to advancements in technology and their impact on a business. Legal factors encompass laws and regulations that affect a business, such as labor laws and environmental regulations. Finally, environmental factors include the impact of climate change, resource scarcity, and sustainability concerns. To illustrate how PESTLE analysis works, let's consider the coffee industry. A coffee shop might use PESTLE analysis to evaluate the impact of various macro-environmental factors on its business. Let's say the coffee shop wants to expand its operations to a new country. Using PESTLE analysis, the coffee shop can evaluate the political stability of the country, the economic conditions, and the social and cultural norms and preferences of the target market. It can also assess the technological infrastructure and legal regulations related to the food and beverage industry in that country. Additionally, the coffee shop should consider the environmental factors such as the availability of water resources and the government policies regarding sustainability and ethical sourcing. By considering all these factors, the coffee shop can make an informed decision about whether to expand to the new country and develop strategies to mitigate potential risks and capitalize on opportunities. Now that you have a good understanding of both SWOT and PESTLE analysis, it's time to explore how these two frameworks can work together to help your business succeed. When used together, SWOT and PESTLE analysis provide a comprehensive framework for strategic planning that can help businesses identify and capitalize on opportunities, minimize weaknesses, and mitigate threats. Here's how it works. Start by conducting a SWOT analysis to identify your business's internal strengths and weaknesses and external opportunities and threats. Then conduct a PESTLE analysis to evaluate the macro-environmental factors that may affect your business. Once you have completed both analyses, look for areas where the results of the two analyses overlap. For example, you may find that one of your strengths is a skilled workforce, but you also face a threat of increasing competition. In this case, you may develop a strategy to leverage your skilled workforce to innovate and develop new products and services that will help you to differentiate yourself from the competition and maintain your competitive advantage. Another way to use SWOT and PESTLE analysis together is to use the results of the PESTLE analysis to inform the SWOT analysis. For example, if you conducted a PESTLE analysis and found that there is an increasing demand for sustainable products in the market, You may use this information to identify opportunities for your business. You may then use this opportunity to develop a strategy to create more sustainable products and processes, which can help you to reduce your environmental impact and appeal to a new market of environmentally conscious consumers. So to sum it up, combining SWOT and PESTLE analysis provides a comprehensive approach to strategic planning that allows businesses to identify and capitalize on opportunities, minimize weaknesses, and mitigate threats. Now that you know how SWOT and PESTLE analysis can work together, let us take a look at some real-world examples of companies that have used this approach to gain a competitive advantage. Apple has been mentioned before in this video, and they do a really good job at leveraging SWOT and PESTLE analysis to inform their strategic planning. For example, Apple's recent foray into the wearable technology market is a response to the growing demand for health and fitness products. This is a trend that Apple identified through its PESTLE analysis of the external environment. Apple then leveraged its core strengths, including its brand identity, design capabilities, and distribution network to develop products such as the Apple Watch that met the needs of this growing market. Another great example is Netflix. Netflix has been able to leverage SWOT and PESTLE analysis to inform its strategic decision to expand globally. The company's PESTLE analysis showed that there was a growing demand for streaming services in many countries outside of the United States. Additionally, technological advancements have made it easier and more cost-effective to deliver streaming services to a global audience. Recognizing these opportunities, Netflix used its strengths in content delivery, recommendation algorithms, and customer service to expand to new markets outside of the U.S. This expansion has been highly successful, allowing Netflix to reach millions of subscribers worldwide. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss out on any of my future uploads. Also, let me know in the comments below what you think of the combination of SWOT and PESTLE analysis. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.